Hi coaches, it's Emma, and today I want to talk to you about one of the vital behaviors, which is invite, invite, invite. Of course, the other two vital behaviors are being a product of the product and personal development. Before we get into invite, 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 I wanted to give you a little insight as to my aha moment I had in the last few days. Yesterday I was talking to my husband and I actually was questioning myself as a coach. Isn't that crazy? Because I've been doing this now a couple of years and I just made elite coach with the company, and that's one of the top hard things to do. And so why would I be questioning myself? And I'm like, what's going on? Why am I second guessing my skills as a coach or whatever? And I realized that over this holiday season, today's January, it's, the beginning of the month, over the holiday season I've been sick. So I had skipped a lot of my workouts because I couldn't breathe. And I've been taking care of my 5 kids and doing Christmas dinner, and the whole thing with the holidays is really busy and stressful, and so I hadn't been taking care of myself. And then I had finished one of my Job Maxwell books, and I was waiting to start Push again by Chalene Johnson for personal development, and I started that on January 1st with our Fresh Start Coach Challenge. And so there was kind of a lag in their personal development. And so I'm talking to the hubby, and I had this epiphany. I'm like, oh, no wonder I'm second guessing myself. I'm not doing the vital behaviors consistently, and whether it was my fault or whether it was just circumstantial, it doesn't matter. Those things are so important, because when you don't have that firm belief in the Beachbody Challenge, and you're not constantly working on growing as a person, then it's really difficult to have the courage to tell people this is a good solution for you. So then I thought about the last one, invite, invite, invite. We have scripts from Beachbody of what to say. I've created videos of what I say, but we have so many people on our team that say and do everything differently that there's really not a magic thing to say, and there's not a magic way to do it. And so how do I take this and teach it to the team? Well, the first thing that I wanted to bring up is that I think it's pretty easy to hit Success Club 5 your first month as a coach, or to hit Success Club 5 even the second month. But then month 2 and 3 come along, and you've ran through your Rolodex of people that you think you can invite to the Beachbody Challenge, and people aren't ready yet. And so then what do? Well, you get to a stopping point if you're not expanding your network. We talk about it all the time, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. You can do it face to face. If you're really good about meeting people at PTA meetings or book clubs, great, that might be your avenue, and that works for a lot of coaches on the team. Maybe you're great at Twitter or Instagram. I know coaches that find people on Pinterest, or you have a Facebook like page and you've connected with them, and then bring them over to your regular page, and they can see what you're all about. And maybe you're into other things, but where I would start is think about the top 10 things that may be on your bucket list this year or next year, or top 10 bucket list items like horseback riding, basket weaving, travel, run a marathon, whatever those are, and start getting involved in groups on Facebook or on other social media outlets, or even locally, and connect with those people and add them as a friend so they can see who you are or whatever. Because here's the thing. When you get started as a coach, you invite to whoever you think you can. And Scotty Hobbs gave this analogy that it's kind of like you have a deck of cards that when you start as a coach, and there's only so many aces or so many people that are going to say, yes, I want to join your challenge right away. There's only 4, right? 4 aces in a deck. And you go through those, and if you're not expanding or inviting or tapping into other groups or connecting with more people like you, then eventually you're going to go through that deck and you're going to be hitting your 5s and 6s and hoping that they're going to somehow come around. Well, doesn't it make more sense to kind of keep expanding and stack your deck with more aces, and so that it's a little easier? It makes sense to me. I struggle. I get a lot of no's, but I know that with all the no's that I get, that there will be some yeses in there as well. So let me just say this. You can't find a perfect way to invite somebody to a Beachbody Challenge or a coaching opportunity. There is no perfect thing. And maybe if you find like the textbook, I said it perfect and I did the perfect presentation, it was lovely, and you were like, yes, I did it, and they still say, no thanks, or they're like, yeah, I'm going to sign up, and then You don't hear from them. They ignore you. That's not your responsibility. That's not on you. That's on them. Our job is just to share what we're doing and why we're doing it and invite them to join us. So do your part, and then whatever they decide to do after that is on them. So just let it go. Just invite and let it go. You can totally mess the presentation up and say everything absolutely wrong, but you shared from your heart, and then they say, yeah, I'm going to sign up as a coach with a challenge pack. And you're like, what? Really? You really want to work with me? There's not a right or wrong way to do this. Some people are just going to be ready. Some people aren't. There are millions of people in this world. There's so many people in America that are dying to have somebody help them with their struggle. And so the way you're going to get more people to join your team or your challenge is that you are going to find out what they're struggling with and then give this as a solution for them. You're going to share from your heart of what you're doing and why you're doing it. And that's where the 3 vital behaviors come in. You got to be a product of the product. You have to have the confidence that it's working for you. Today I did 2 P90X3 workouts, and I had my tropical strawberry Shakeology. It was delicious. I shot my E&E before my workout, and then I spent an hour in personal development because I've been lagging, so I needed to pick it up again and really figure out what I'm going to do this year in 2014. And so I would challenge you to do the same. If you're feeling unsure of yourself as a coach, you need to up your game with either personal development or being a product of the product. And then figure out what it is that you want and who you are as far as like what your bucket list items are. What are your hobbies and your interests? Maybe it's faith or music, homeschooling, cooking. Maybe you're an extreme mountain biker. I don't know. But find people like you, because then you'll have a deeper connection. And when you start to get to know people's struggles, you can say, yeah, I've been there, but this is what I did. And this is how it worked for me, and this is how I feel now. Or I haven't been there, but my wife has, or my sister has, and my cousin, she did this, or he did that. And that way you can relate to people and help them with their struggles. You just share what's worked for you and invite them to join you, and then they can do whatever they want with it. Chances are, if you lead with the heart, they're either going to sign up or they will sign up down the road. They'll come back to you and say, I'm ready now. Now is the right time to do this. So I don't want you to think that because somebody said no or they ignored you that you're a bad coach, because you're not. You're not. You want to help people, so you are a great coach. That's all you need. But expanding your network's really going to help you to put some numbers in, like the odds in your favor. So that's just what I wanted to talk to you about, and to talk about with taking that to the team, is that there is no right or wrong way to do this. But the more you lead with your heart and the more that you're consistent with these actions, the better you're going to be. Because my fear is that you're going to get into coaching, you'll get to in like 2 or 3 months, and then you'll run out of people. You're going to keep flipping through your deck, and the 5s are going to keep popping up. You got to stack your deck. That way you can get to diamond and beyond. And some of your family members, you all know this, my family weren't the first people to jump on board. They're actually our biggest critics, and so they want to make sure that you're the real deal, you're going to stick with it, you're actually going to get results. So we might not want to rely on that deck. We might not want to rely on our family to be the ones that help to propel this business forward. It took a lot longer for my family to actually trust that this was something I was going to stick with. And now, of course they trust it, because they've seen that it works. And so I had to expand out of my immediate family and friend circle in order to get started as a coach. And so I know that is really critical with what we do. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you do want to see some of the sample scripts, they're in the Fierce Fit files. Also, the YouTube videos are on my channel, and so you can check those out just to see what I say and then take it and make it your own. But I would challenge you to turn on your phone and just record a video of you sharing why you joined a Beachbody Challenge in the first place, what your experience was from that, and then why you would want to even help others with it as well. Because sharing from the heart is going to be your best tool. So, all right, that's what we're going to focus on this week. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and we'll talk to you soon.